Hi, I'm Ben and you're watching Batarang to the Butt. Long before Barry Allen became the Flash, there was an original Flash in comics called Jay Garrick. Jay was the Flash of the golden age of comics, which roughly spanned from the 1930s to the 1950s. This was before DC Comics were a thing, and instead this Flash was created by All American Comics. However, that company would later be bought over and then eventually become DC Comics. Jay first appeared in Flash Comics issue 1 in 1940. While on a study break, he accidentally smashed a beaker of hard water and then passed out, left to inhale the substance all night. Once he had recovered, he had the ability to move at incredible speeds. By the end of the issue, Garrick decides to put his abilities to good use by becoming a crime fighter. Jay also dons his iconic costume in this first issue, complete with the bowl-shaped helmet, which originally belonged to his father, a veteran of the First World War. He added the wings to it to represent Mercury, the Roman god of travellers. The character became very popular and had many adventures. He also became a founding member of the Justice Society of America, which was essentially the Justice League, but long before the Justice League that we're all familiar with. However, after World War II, in the real world, our world, the popularity of superhero comics rapidly declined, and all of the comic book series that this Flash appeared in gradually got cancelled. Flash Comics, All Flash, and then Jay Garrick's last Golden Age appearance was in All-Star Comics issue 57 in 1951. This decline in superhero popularity is also what led to the end of the Golden Age of comics. Within the continuity, the Justice Society were all forced into retirement by the government. But after some years began the Silver Age of comics, DC had reinvented a bunch of their old heroes, and this included creating a new Flash, who is probably now the most well-known Flash, Barry Allen. A pretty famous storyline called The Flash of Two Worlds actually had the two Flashes meet, when they both ran so fast that they vibrated the frequencies of their universes. Barry had read comics about Jay Garrick as the Flash when he was growing up, but it turns out those comics were really happening, and that the Justice Society are all living in Earth 2, which is an alternative reality to the mainstream DC universe. So Jay Garrick actually existed, and from then on the Justice Society of Earth 2 and the Justice League of Earth 1 would have annual meetings. But later, in 1985, DC would retcon this idea in Crisis on Infinite Earths, in a way that made Jay and the Justice Society no longer from an alternative reality. Instead, they were just older characters who were mostly retired. The Justice Society had been and gone, but it had paved the way for the Justice League. This meant that Jay was there for it all, and he was able to act as a mentor for all the younger generations of speedsters. Several decades passed, but then a big event called Flashpoint would have DC reset their continuity once again. This time, however, Jay seemed to be gone altogether, and Barry Allen was once again the only Flash. But with all of their brand new number ones, DC also began an ongoing Earth 2 comic, which introduced a completely new and modernised Jay Garrick. But this version doesn't really matter because his whole universe was destroyed by Darkseid. And DC are currently kind of working their way back from the New 52 reboot anyway. Wally West, another speedster, had also been removed after the New 52, but this return kicked off the latest era in DC's continuity, DC Rebirth. Characters are being brought back within the story, and others that had been rebooted are beginning to remember. So it seems that pretty soon we'll have Jay Garrick back as well. He's been hinted at and teased, even briefly appearing in the 4-part series The Button, but he hasn't made a full return just yet. And that's it. That's everything you need to know about the first Flash. If you've enjoyed this video, then please leave a like my Facebook page Batarang to the Butt, and even share this to educate your friends. If you have any video requests about characters or topics that you want me to break down, then please leave it all in the comments below. And thanks for watching.